Frugal living doesn't have to mean giving up your favorite coffee, canceling Netflix, or living on instant noodles. These days you can actually live smarter using free online tools that help you both save money and earn a little extra on the side. And in this video I'll show you exactly how. I will show you real modern frugal living tips that actually work. No hype, no nonsense. In case you don't know, my name is Mikael and I test and share realistic ways to make and save money online. And frugal living used to mean cutting everything fun out of your life, but today it's about being smart with your time and technology. So whether you're trying to lower your bills, stretch your budget, earn back a few dollars while you browse or shop, or even earn extra money without any investment, the methods I will show you in this video are all the modern free ways to do this. Now before we dive into the actual apps and tools, let's quickly talk about what modern frugal living really means. Because it's not about being cheap, it's about being smart. When most people hear the word frugal, they think of cutting out everything fun, never eating out, never buying anything new, and spending hours clipping coupons. But that old school version of frugal living doesn't really fit with how we live today. Prices are going up everywhere, sure, but so are the opportunities to save and even earn online without changing your lifestyle too much. To me, modern frugality is about using technology to your advantage. So instead of just trying to spend less, it's about making your money go further automatically. So it's, for example, things like browser extensions that find better prices for you, apps that give you cashback for shopping you already do, or simple platforms where you can earn a few extra dollars while watching videos, testing apps, or even just leaving your device running in the background. The key difference is that this approach doesn't feel restrictive, it actually feels empowering. You're not sacrificing your quality of life, you're just being more intentional and letting the tools help you. So now that we've talked about what modern frugal living, let's look at some practical ways to make it happen. And we'll start with the saving side, because before you focus on earning more, it just makes sense to make sure you are not overspending in the first place. And a great thing is that there are plenty of completely free online tools that help you save money automatically, often without you even realizing it. So I have tested a lot of free online ways to save over the years, and the ones I mentioned here are all free to use. They are easy to set up and they work for real people. It's not just some kind of theory. Some of them give you cashback on shopping you already do, others help you find discounts or better deals, and a few even reward you just for scanning your receipts or comparing prices. I'll show you a few different examples and explain how each one works, and also share what I actually like and don't like about them so you can decide which ones are worth your time. So first, let's talk about cashback sites. And cashback sites are websites or apps where you come, and they have usually partnered with thousands of different retailers where you are likely shopping anyways. And then when you just click a link, for example, My Points is one of the good cashback sites if you live in the US or Canada. There are plenty of other cashback sites also. So if they don't have specific shops that you like, or if you live in another country, so then there are plenty others. I will leave a link below also to a list I have on my website of the best cashback sites, but just to give you an idea of how it works is, for example, you can see here, if you were going to shop at Walmart anyways, you just click a link here, you do the shopping, then after having clicked this, that means My Points will get a commission for sending you there. They will share some of that with you, so that means that you will get 4 points for each dollar you spend. You were going to spend that money anyways. That will go into your My Points account, and then you can take it out there as cash or gift cards. And as mentioned, this is just one example of a cashback site, but if you ever shop online, some cashback sites actually also are possible to use offline, then using a cashback site is definitely a really great idea in my opinion. There are also receipt scanning apps, for example, Fetch Rewards. So that means when you have been shopping, you can just take a picture of your receipt and you will earn a little bit of points for that. It's usually not a lot, but it also doesn't take a lot of effort. And then you can also get paid via usually PayPal, bank transfer, or gift cards, depending on the exact receipt scanning app you're using. Again, Fetch is just one example. I also do have a list of the best receipt scanning apps, so you can find a long list, because sometimes you can actually even use the same receipt on several different receipt scanning apps, so you just have to scan it a few times, but it's the same receipt, so you earn from it several times. So that's a little extra tip to keep in mind. There are also browser tools where you, for example, can add it to Chrome. One example is Coopert. It's actually also a cashback site, but it also has these browser tools. Many cashback sites do. So you install it, and that means when you are browsing, for example, even on Amazon or other platforms, then it will pop up and tell you, oh, I found what you're looking at now, other website for a better price. So it compares these prices. It finds better tools for you. It automatically also applies when searching online. Many cashback sites do this, where you then go to a store. So instead of having to go to the website first and click, it will just pop up and say like, oh, there's actually a cashback deal here for this. So you don't have to keep checking it yourself. So using browser tools like this is also a great idea. Coopert is one that has one specific like this, where it also compares these prices. But in general, cashback sites, many of them have an extension. So wanted to just highlight that also to make you aware of that. The last free online way I wanted to talk about is bill negotiation or comparison tools. This can, for example, be websites like BillShark, but there can also be many regional price comparison sites and similar depending on your location. But here you can see you can go and they will then negotiate better rates for you on your monthly bills. This can be bills for internet and for TV, satellite radio, all kind of different bills you have, and they will log in the best deals for you, and then they will take a part of that commission, and you can see it's even backed by Mark Cuban, and it's not that they will charge anything unless they actually make a deal for you. So it can be worth considering. It's just another idea, an example of ways where you can save online. So those are a few great ways to keep more of your money without changing much about your daily habits. But frugal living isn't only about saving, in my opinion. The real magic happens when you can combine saving and earning, because even small extra amounts you earn online can easily cover things like subscriptions, groceries, or just take a bit of pressure off your budget each month. So next, let's look at some free ways to actually earn money online that fit perfectly with a frugal lifestyle. So over the years, I have tested hundreds of platforms that promise you can make money online for free. And honestly, many of them are just not worth your time. But there are luckily also some legit and great options that really do pay, as long as you go in with the right expectations and do things honestly. They are not get-rich-quick methods. They are small, steady ways to build an extra income stream that fits perfectly with a frugal lifestyle. And in this section, I will show you some of the best free platforms that I have personally tested, where you can earn by doing simple things and even also in some cases earn a bit extra passively. So let's go through some examples so you can see which one might be worth trying for you. So let's start with surveys and offer walls, small extra tasks you can do online, because that's one of the easiest and fastest way to start earning a bit of extra money. You can join a site or several sites to get more opportunities and start earning right away without any investment. One of the great paid service sites where you can also find a lot of gaming offers, for example, where you can get paid to play, and other offers where you can also get paid to sign up for free trials and things like this, is Freecash. Another great option if you live in the US is Sproutful. That is a service site, paid surveys there, and very easy to use and user-friendly. But these are just a couple of examples. When it comes to survey and get paid to sites, I recommend joining several of them. If you're brand new, maybe maximum 5 to 7, so you get used to them, also have time to actually get to use them. But a lot of it comes down to the country you live in, because you need to make sure to use the best for your country. I do have lists on my website for many different countries. I'll leave a link to this below here, so you can go here, click on your country. I spent a lot of time updating these lists, build them out manually, both based on my own test and talking to thousands of people from all over the world. So I'll leave a link to this below so you can go and check that out if you want to start earning some extra money with survey and get paid to sites. Usually you can then get paid sometimes via bank transfer, sometimes via PayPal, sometimes via Venmo, crypto, gift cards. There are many different options depending on your chosen platforms. You can also do micro tasks or micro work. That can, for example, be on ClickWorker. Sometimes it's small social media tasks you need to do. There can be all kind of other small tasks, and ClickWorker is just one example. Also here I do have a list of the best micro work platforms or micro job platforms on my website, so I'll also leave a link to that below. Just when it comes to micro job platforms, make sure to choose your task carefully, because some of the tasks, in my opinion, unethical on some platforms. So just choose wisely. Some of them pay decently, are fair, good tasks. Others are really low paying. So if you just choose wisely, it can be a fun and different way to earn a bit extra. If you want to earn a bit extra online, then you can also install passive income apps where they just run in the background, and whenever you're online you will earn a bit extra by sharing your unused internet bandwidth. One of the most popular apps and one of the ones that I like the most for this is Pawns, where you can earn from all countries. You can actually also find paid service here and get paid to play games through the app. You can also install it on your computer so you can use it on many different devices, and you just need to earn $5 to take out your earnings. You can then get paid via PayPal or Bitcoin or gift cards. You also get a great joining bonus. I will actually leave a link below to a list I have of the best passive income apps. There you can also find the joining links that will give you joining bonus. Pawns is just one example. Another one that is popular is called Grass. Just be aware that this one you only earn crypto. You don't also know when you will get paid. Pawns you can just withdraw when you reach the payout threshold. Grass you have to wait for the airdrop, so just keep that in mind that can take some patience, whereas with the Pawns you can withdraw whenever you have actually reached the payout threshold. But passive income apps, just let them run in the background. It will not make you rich at all, but it's a way to earn a bit extra without any extra effort. The last small way to earn some extra money I wanted to share is user testing, because they can pay quite well and be quite fun. So there are websites, apps where you join as a paid tester. You get to test small apps, websites, give feedback, sometimes record your screen while you share your thoughts out loud. I actually really like this type of task, and usually they pay quite well also. And just a couple of examples is utest.com. There's also usertesting.com, some of the popular ones. Also, I do have a full list of the best user testing websites on my own website there, so I'll leave a link to that below. You can go there, find full tutorial list of the best user testing platforms, because one thing when it comes to user testing is that there are usually quite few user tests, so it's a good idea to sign up for many of them, because then if you're lucky, then maybe you'll get a couple of weeks, at least once a week or something like that, if you sign up for several of them. If you just rely on one, it's very rare that you will actually get to participate in these tests. So those are some of the most realistic ways to earn a bit extra online. All of them completely free to start with. And when you combine those with the saving tools I showed earlier, you are not just being frugal, you are being smart. But before you go and try every single app out there, there are a few common mistakes that I see people make all the time that can actually make them lose money instead of saving it. So let's quickly talk about a few mistakes that I have learned, some of them the hard way, and also from talking to thousands of people all over the world, that you really need to make sure to avoid if you want to use these different earning methods and saving tips. And the first mistake is trying too many things at once, because it's easy to get caught up in testing every single new app or website. But if you spread yourself too thin, you never build up enough balance in any of them to actually cash out. So pick a few solid ones for a start and then stick with them till you get to know them and get a feel of how they work. And then later, when you feel comfortable with them, you can expand to more options. The second mistake is not checking if the platform is legit before you sign up, because some of these sites and apps look great on the surface, but then they don't pay, or you get bombarded with ads. So always do a quick background check or search for reviews before spending time on them. But be aware that review websites, they can of course be manipulated. There's some of these big popular review sites. It's easy to buy fake, both positive and negative reviews, so keep that in mind and be critical. This is actually, for example, why I do what I do here on my channel and my website, because I decided to just test it and share all my tests over the past 10 years here, to share real experiences, my real opinions about all these different earning and savings methods to help people find the best options for them. The final mistake to avoid is that you should not forget to actually cash out your rewards. I know it sounds simple, but many people actually lose bonuses or points because they let them expire. For example, if they joined too many, so they lost track. So if you join several, then make a sheet, write down which platforms you have actually joined, the payout threshold, keep an eye on it. I do that every month. I just go through at the beginning of the month, so I keep an eye on when I can cash out, what I've earned, so I'm not just sure that I don't let a balance stand there and forget to take it out or forget to do a few more tasks to actually reach the payout threshold. But overall, consistency and small habits, that is what makes the biggest difference when you are living frugally and using earning and saving tips and methods like I showed here. So that's what modern frugal living looks like. It's not about giving up everything you enjoy. It's about being intentional with your money and using free tools that make your life easier. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like and let me know also in the comments which your favorite frugal living tip or money saving app is. I would love to hear that. Also, if you have any questions, please just ask in the comments. I make sure to reply to every single comment. And as mentioned, if you want more information about all the different methods I mentioned here, I have full list on my website and I will leave links to that below there. I also have a video about 20 free side hustles you can check out. I will leave that video here on the screen so you can just check that out and watch that next. And finally, make sure to also subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.